Joining me today on Impact Catalyst is the co-founder of Take Mar, Tara Hubbard. Welcome.
Thank you, Joe. Good to be here.
Good to see. So, besides this neat new nonprofit you've started up, anything else interesting happening anytime soon?
Yes, I'm getting married soon.
Congratulations.
That's a big project.
Not once, but twice, right? Once here, and your fiance's from Spain, and once in Spain.
Exactly.
That's cool.
One guy, two weddings. That's the goal,
One guy,
right?
two weddings. Let's be clear about that.
Yes.
All right, so Take Mar. It's a really neat idea. The idea of regenerating yourself through your connection with your environment. Let's get started by understanding the basics.
Yeah, so we are a recent organization founded just a few months ago by myself and my colleague Michelle. And yeah, the first inspiration was just kind of looking at our environment where we live, where we call home, which happened to be, beautiful Pinellas County, and thinking, what are things that can be worked on, just kind of starting this casual working group. And that has slowly evolved into what we know now as Take Mar, which stands for More Action for Regeneration. And we really are looking at the environmental issues from a unique lens where we really believe that healthy people create healthy environments, and healthy environments create healthy people. So wanting to create more connection between those two. We want people to understand their interconnectedness with nature, believing that they are nature. Not only do we feel like that will help create healthier people, also not only bodies, but minds, but also we believe that if people understand that interconnection, that they will also act as better environmental stewards naturally and help create more healthy environments. So it's kind of, full circle approach, a little more positive and exciting, we hope.
Yeah, makes sense. And that's expressed itself a couple of ways. So I think actually we'll break that into two parts: the environmental part and then the self part. And so you've, I said, had a couple expressions of that here locally. One project on the Pinellas Trail and another project with murals. So let's run through those real quick, and then we'll look at how they might impact folks.
Yeah, so the Pinellas Trail, perfect example. It is a beautiful trail that goes through our county. There are a lot of areas that, aren't that exciting to bike through. One being the area of 31st Street South to 28th Street South. Not a lot of trees there, not a lot of shade, a lot of trash. So we partnered with a local man named Ray Wunderlich. He's done an incredible amount of work here locally with native tree plantings and, putting that on the county and the city's radar of, hey, let's plant more trees. So he was our connection to the project, but we got connected right away with the city of St. Pete and said, hey, let us plant more trees here, specifically native trees. And that was, few months of work to get us to the point where we were just a couple weekends ago, where we put 140 native trees in the ground just in that 3-block radius. So that's really exciting from an environmental standpoint. We have more native trees, which is naturally encourages more habitat, and tying in the human element, we get a more beautiful place to enjoy. We're going to get more shade in the coming years. And then we get to enjoy the abundance that biodiversity creates. More native flora, more native fauna will naturally grow up around that. I will not kind of discount the hard work that was put into that project. And, I said to my colleagues a few times throughout, because we were hitting a few blocks, but as we developed this project, the thank you, the gratitude that I was looking for is being able to experience these trees in 30, 60 years from now, having my future children be able to enjoy these trees, having all the native fauna enjoy these trees. Like that is something we're just so thrilled about.
It's wonderful. And that's in nature. And you also look to accomplish similar acts of regeneration in urban areas as well, which is the mural that you've been working on is an example of that. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, definitely. And what's beautiful about the trail too is that it kind of supersedes these. The trail goes throughout these urban areas, which is really exciting. And that's what led us to the mural project actually, because as we were out in this area, as mentioned before on 31st Street South to 28th Street South, we saw the immense amount of trash on the trail. We worked tirelessly to pick up this trash and it kept coming back. Specifically in an area right in front of a wall on 7th Ave and 31st Street South and 7th Ave and 30th Street South, right in that stretch. I mean, it was prolific. I'm talking illegal dumping from probably a commercial perpetrator where the mounds were 1 story high, of just debris, roofing materials, mirrors, glass, wood. Horrible, horrible. So as we're putting so much effort into beautifying this area, there's this horrible pollution happening just feet away from where we're about to plant 140 native trees. So me and my team wanted to get creative. And, after multiple attempts of cleaning up this trash and actually cleaning up the trash, working with the city, getting these commercial dumpsters out, removing the large amounts of trash, and then going through and picking up all the microplastics and the glass that were left, and then seeing that trash come back a week later. We felt defeated, but we also got into the solution mindset, which is what we want to harness with our operation, and said, how can we prevent this from happening? So this is where the mural idea came. Basically brainstormed this in person. We were actually at a Tampa Bay Watch event. And if you've ever been to their center down off Terra Verde, which is actually where I'm getting married in 2 weeks, it's a beautiful, beautiful space. So the inspiration naturally, I feel, falls there. So we went to an event and we were connecting with this TikTok influencer, which is a thing. He is an eco activist. His name's Trash Colin. He does a lot of work with trash pollution locally. He just hit 2 million followers on TikTok or something crazy. A lot of advocacy and education. And at that event, I was telling him about this issue that we're facing. And we just live brainstormed right there. What could we do? And we thought of the mural project, which is basically showing the public that someone cares about this space. And that show of care comes in the form of a mural. So we commissioned Derek Donnelly, who's a local as well, to create a regenerative mural. Beautiful. I mean, I know the work that he does, it's hard to go wrong, but just kind of gave him the creative space there to say, hey, we want to, we told him the scope of the project and what our goal was. He actually was able to come out and see the wall when there was trash there, which was obviously, quite impactful for him. And he went with it. He designed us this beautiful mural with birds and flowers and greenery and the water. And as he started working on that project, it was already evident that it was starting to work. Not only from the outside, but also us. As we started putting more care into it, naturally, even more brought out. One thing being Derek, suggested as he's, working tirelessly in the sun to put this mural up, he said, I wonder if one of these street lights are out. I wonder if that could contribute to the illegal dumping. He's like, I bet you there would be an issue there. Sure enough, I go by the area one night at night, the street light was out. So I go on See Click Fix, boom, 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 did my little Duke Energy, appointment to get the light fixed. And within 3 days, they were out fixing it. So really just exciting, kind of slow building, but organic project that just kind of came out of people connecting in the community, seeing a problem and wanting to find solutions.
It's great. And it's just a variation on the theme, using the product of the work to influence people. If the core mission to that is to regenerate ourselves or build that harmony in ourselves, it's one thing to say, I like to see trees, or I like to see a mural. How big of a sort of education lift is there for you to really help people, receive the maximum impact from the work that you're doing and understanding how they interact with nature, or to even have the the awareness that they need to make these connections and to regenerate themselves. How big a part of that is in your work?
Right now, we're in the beginnings. So it is something that we feel more inspired by. One being, this is a project that we're working on currently, is actually adding signage to that portion of the trail. There's beautiful trees there, but what does that mean? So this is a project in the works. Obviously, we're going to have to get a green light from the city. If you're listening to this, please. But coming up with education, these signs that not only educate but inspire, and we really believe in storytelling at Take Mar, knowing that can kind of lift the reader into this inspirational state to get them to not only understand but integrate the information. So signage along these portions of the trail that we're regenerating is something that we're looking at. The ongoing storytelling, in our day-to-day lives, in our social media campaigns, all of that. And then we're working on a couple of specific nature connectedness initiatives. So nature connectedness is basically what fuels all of the inspiration with ourselves and the work that we do at Take Mar. That's basically the underpinning of everything that we're doing. But we're developing a couple of specific nature connectedness initiatives. One being right now, Erica, our colleague, she's the director of operations. She's creating right now. She's been in talks with the Healthy
Foundation.
Center of St. Pete.
Foundation for Healthy St. Pete, Center for Health Equity.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. Of course, but collaborating with them on some of these wellness projects, but being able to tie the nature connectedness piece into it, because that storytelling is going to be a big part of it. Being able to tell the story of how we're connected with nature, so people can feel that and understand that. And then another lens that we're looking at this opportunity through is, educating the youth. That's always a really important piece. Educating the people who are going to be stewarding the world that we know of tomorrow. So our executive director, Michelle, she's been leading the Blue Initiative, which specifically focuses on these nature connectedness initiatives with the water. And we recently connected with an organization called MISS, Minorities in Shark Sciences. And the founder of that, Jasmine, she's incredible. She is looping us in on some of the work that they're doing, and we're going to be able to partner, sponsor, and partner some of their youth programs for the summer, where our executive director, who is from Chile, from South America, she'll be working with a couple of the schools that have minority Spanish-speaking students and connect with him about these programs, these MISS programs, but tie in this nature connectedness piece. So it's great, that we learn about science and we're going out in nature and doing these active experiments, but why, right? What is the underpinning of all of that? And what we want to be able to share with these kids, and the story that we want to tell with them is, that we are nature. So the work that you're doing in the environment, it's all interconnected, and that creating a healthy environment and doing the work that these kids are going to be doing, not only helps heal the shark populations and the seagrass populations, but that in turn is going to affect us in our environment.
It's wonderful. So any folks that are watching, what's the best way for them to jump in and connect with you and get involved with Take Mar?
Oh, we have tons of them. Definitely just the simple ones. Connect with us on social media. We're on Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff. Connect with us on our website, www.takemar.org. We have a few ways. We are more action for regeneration, so we focus on the action. Tons of ways to volunteer and help out. Right now, we're specifically looking for volunteers ongoing to help us maintain these 140 trees we just put in the ground. Hard to believe it, but we are doing that all ourselves. We have a 6-month contract with the city that we are maintaining those trees. So we're out there hand watering, amending the soil, mulching, and we do that a couple of times a week. So seeking volunteers with that, and always, supporting the mission, donating to Take Mar is always greatly appreciated. You can do that through the website as well.
Awesome. Well, it's a great project, and sounds like not only is it impactful, but also a lot of fun. And you've got a great group, core group that you're working with. So we'll look forward to watching you continue to help us regenerate our community. And best of luck. I'm sure it'll be fantastic. Your 2 weddings on 2 continents.
Yeah.
Very, very
Lots
cool.
to look forward to.
Yeah, it's going to be a great summer.
Yes. Thank you so much, Joe.
Tara
It
Hubbard.
was a pleasure.
My pleasure. Good to see you again, and we'll catch up soon.